Thank you very much. Okay, you're sacked now, Morrissey's. Limerick are on the attack in their green shirts, white shorts, green and white stockings. Carlow for the first time. I've seen them in my 30 years broadcasting in all white, similar to the Kildare colours, and a referee from Clare has given Limerick a free in. Straight away, Willie Quinlan, good evening. Welcome to the coverage. It's a must-win game for both teams because they're both on 5 points and a loss here this evening, and you're going to struggle for the remainder of Alliance National Football League Division 4.
Yeah, it certainly is a must-win, Brendan, and Limerick on the attack straight away. A little free. It was a push in the back by, I think it was Paddy Regan. Definitely was a free right on the 21. This should be the first score for Limerick.
Yeah, St. Sennon's man James Norton is going to send this in over. Naughton or Norton, whatever you want to call him. They have different pronunciations in Munster. Coughlin is Colin down that neck of the woods as well. And like Walsh in lots of places, and in Kilkenny it's nearly Welsh every time you talk about it. But here he goes, he's a sweet right peg, and James Naughton has sent it in and he sticks it over the bar. So Limerick 1 point to the good. No late changes in either team. Johnny Fury in goal for Carlow, Paddy Regan, Tinryland, Mark Fury, and Colin Byrne of Rathvilly in the full back line. Shane Clark from Bagnallstown Gales, Kieran Moran back after injury from Palatine at centre back, John Murphy, Tinryland number 7, Ian Atkinson of Old Loughlin, partners Liam Brennan of Loughlin Bridge in the middle of the park, Conor Doyle, Rathvilly, Lee Walker, Greg Cullen at number 11, Paddy MacDonald, Bagnallstown Gales number 12, Aaron Ammond 13, Conor Crowley the captain from Palatine 14, and Kevin Murphy, Rathvilly number 15. Carlow under all white, attacking from deep. In possession, John Murphy, Tinryland man, Limerick hunting impacts and tried to close him down, but Carlow play a nice possession game and moved it likes at the swift pass from Liam Brennan down towards Lee Walker. Lee Walker knocking the ball back towards the middle of the park. Liam Brennan works hard. Liam Brennan knocks it back to Kieran Moran. Advancing forward, of course, Mikey Bamberg is serving a suspension for the late and unfortunate dismissal in the foggy Wexford Park last week. But Carlow on the attack. John Murphy, they need to go upfield and get a score, settle themselves down, get it onto the scoreboard. Murphy, the big man from Tinryland, comes forward out to the wing half back, which is Shane Clark, and the Bagnallstown man is in a wing half forward position. Dinks a nice pass in field. Crowley comes onto it. Captain tonight, the Palman, back as far as Kevin Murphy. Fancied it. Let's fly. Good strike, Murphy. In around the house. Goalkeeper came. Carlow goal chance. Oh, it's off the goal line. Back for the second bite of the cherry, and it comes off the post. Back in it goes. Chance. Oh, they've got 3 chances there, Willie, and to be fair, the last effort was probably poor enough under pressure. Well, I won't say poor, but they got no look at all in the first 2. They might have got a goal, they might have got a point, they've come away with nothing. 3 chances, nothing happened.
Yeah, very, very unlucky. Lee Walker with the last one. In fairness, his back was away from the goal. He just kicked it over his shoulder. Was very, very unlucky. Should have got a score, but Limerick on the attack here straight away, Brendan.
And they've plenty of pace, and it's Barry Coleman on the far side. Number 5, knocking it back to his wing half forward, Andrew Meade. Andrew Meade goes on the attack inside the 20-metre line. Limerick 1 point to the good. Carlow stand them up. Good defence from Carlow. He's the backtrack all the way, knock it out towards the big arc. And Limerick come again. Are they going to go looking for a 2-pointer? I think they might. No, it's taught the hand from the Limerick centre back, Ian Corbett. Ian Corbett then sprays it back across to the middle of the park. Killian Ryan, the man from Mungrod, he's back in the middle of the park and he's holding up and playing more or less as a third midfielder at the moment, even though he only started 1 now for the throw-in, but the game is a few minutes old and 3 minutes and 19 seconds old. Limerick 1 point to the good here in Netwatch Cullen Park, Alliance National Football League Division 4. Andrew Meade again runs onto this one inside the 20-metre line. Good defence, Carlow. You got to credit them, Willie. That's 2 nice pieces of defending from Carlow, but they're a long way from home here.
Yeah, Kieran Moran turned him over twice, and in fairness, the second time he got a hand in, and Carlow worked it away this side. Paddy Regan coming away, give it to Conor Doyle, and they're looking to get over the halfway line.
Conor winning the GA award last night in Carlow, Sports Star of the Year for GA. He had a brilliant 2024, the young Rathvilly man. Back with Shane Clark now. Shane Clark wearing the number 5 shirt for Carlow tonight, and they're on the attack. Carlow down towards the Dublin Road, O'Hanrahan's end here in Netwatch Cullen Park, back to Paddy Regan, playing with a bit of urgency. The big man from Old Loughlin, man of the match last week. Ian Atkinson came across. That's a massive kick from Atkinson. It's going to drop in around the house. Carlow break it, but Limerick pick up that break, and you always want to win those breaks when you're on the attack, but Limerick have it. They've lots of men back there. One of them is Andrew Meade. He's been prominent in the opening exchange. It gets it to Tony McCarthy, the man from Kildimo, the great national hunt horse once upon a time, Kildimo, but that man is from a great part of Limerick called Kildimo. Here come Limerick on the attack. 1 point to the good still, into the 5th minute in a bright Netwatch Cullen Park, and now to the full forward, Emmett Richter with a hand pass back outfield, and again Carlow stood them up well, Willie, but they are defending well, but they just got to get something going downfield and settle their account.
Yeah, it's the other end, Brendan. We're after having 2 or 3 chances. It didn't take anything. We talked about that before the game. When you get possession and get on top, you need to get those scores. It's Limerick 1, Carlow none.
Paddy MacDonald of Bagnallstown Gales in possession. Good engine, Paddy. Played in Wexford last week, but impossible to see anything down there. Wexford were by far the best team in this league so far, winning comfortably over Carlow as Lee Walker comes forward. Lee Walker plays his club football with Greg Cullen across the bridge for the last year or two. Here comes Ian Atkinson, took the pass, sends it in. That's a lovely move from Carlow and a beautiful score. And only Ian Atkinson, he's been brilliant with O'Loughlin in the championship, and he absolutely worked his socks off in every match he's played so far for Carlow. That's a lovely finish, but Walker was instrumental as well.
Yeah, surely was a great pass inside. Atkinson, he man of the match last weekend. He works up and down that field. He's very good in possession, doesn't give away the ball, and that's a great score by Ian.
Limerick come forward. I've given you the full Carlow team. We have a few Limerick listeners tonight as well. Good afternoon to you all, and or good evening I should say now. I'll be delighted down that neck of the woods with Ireland doing so well in the rugby. One ugly, as Eddie O'Sullivan would say. Here come Limerick. Dara O'Shukru. Sure, he has a Kerry connection. Turns back to the 13-metre line. Lovely curved kick off the left peg, but he sticks it to the right and wide. And is that the first wide of the game, Willie?
Wide apiece.
Second, wide apiece, yeah.
Wide apiece. Lee Walker had one, and that's the second, and a point apiece as well. So all to play for. Really going to be a tight game. But when Carlow get in possession and get the quality of the ball into the full forward line, they can get scores, but they need plenty of them here in the first half.
Kieran Moran of Palatine in possession, knocks it across towards Shane Clark. Plenty of running in Clarkey. Puts back in across the field. Dried out a bit due to a good day in Carlow today, but weather forecast is not terrific. Don't forget the hurlers take on Laois tomorrow in Port Laois. Kilkenny take on Limerick in UPMC Nolan Park. 2 games live on KCLR on the separate frequencies. Atkinson again for Carlow, looking to go a point up, and this could work out for Carlow. It's back outfield towards Aaron Hammond, and the ball comes back out towards the 45-metre line. That is Shane Clark who's down there. That's a great ball in. Carlow closed down by Limerick, who are marking and keeping tight. But Carlow playing a nice brand of football at the moment. It's positive, and here goes a little turn. Now here comes the shot outside the arc. If it's there, it's a 2-pointer, but it's a bad wide. It was worth the effort. It was Liam Brennan of Loughlin Bridge that went for it, but it's gone to the left and wide. Limerick line out with Josh Ryan of Ula in the goal. Cormac Wolfe, Colin McSweeney, Mark McCarthy in their full back line. Barry Coleman at 5, Ian Corbett at 6, Tony McCarthy 7. Darragh O'Hagan partners Paul Marr in the middle of the park with Andrew Meade, James Naughton and Killian Fahy, the captain, in the half-forward line. Dara O'Shukru, Emmett Richter and Killian Ryan in that full forward line. Carlow could have been 2 points to 1 up, Willie, just didn't work out for them. They're well in the game though.
Yeah, well in the game, but one thing you'd like to see them doing is pressing the kick out, Brendan. They're allowing Limerick to come into the game and take a handy kick out. Every team seems to be pressing the kick out, trying to turn it over. Oh, looked like a good tackle, maybe it was a foul. Liam Brennan, just his strength, I suppose, turned over a player. But
and I think if the Limerick man had stood up, it wouldn't have been a free, but the fact he fell, I think the referee could be a little bit lenient, but there was contact. But
yeah, definitely contact. I thought maybe he was going to the ground anyway. But
a separate issue for that Limerick player, Barry Coleman. He's after injuring himself, nothing to do with the challenge.
Knee or an ankle, the way he turned, the way he went to the ground. But Liam Brennan, he was physical in the challenge, there's no question about it, but he was very, very unlucky. But otherwise, it's a free into Limerick right on the 45-yard line.
As it stands coming into play today, I know there's games ongoing with Tipperary, not quite sure how to finish, but Wexford were on top coming into tonight. Tipperary were in second on 5, so if they won, they're on 7 points now. Wicklow are on 4, Limerick, I think that's a round table because Carlow and Limerick, I think we're on 3 points apiece. That's correct. I said 5 earlier on. Yeah. Limerick are on 3 points, Carlow are on 3. I meant to say if they do win either team, they will be on 5. Crucial, Willie, because it's really a cup battle now.
Tipperary losing at half time as well, Brendan, to London. I think it was 2-3 to 5 points. So
I'll get an update in a few moments' time to see what's happening in that neck of the woods. But here in Netwatch Cullen Park, we've got 8.5 minutes played. It's 1 point Carlow, 1 point Limerick. Ian Atkinson with the point for Carlow. James Naughton with a free for Limerick. Here's the Limerick goalkeeper, Josh Ryan. He's getting a good long run up at this. He's wearing all sky blue colours with white sleeves.
Oh, massive strike.
That well.
Absolutely massive strike.
That's a super kick. Straight over the black spot. Straight over the black spot. It's a white flag. You have to keep an eye on the flags as well, Willie, don't we?
Yeah, a lot to keep an eye on, I suppose. Keeping the 3 men inside, 3 men at the far end. The flags, the 2-pointers, there's a lot to keep an eye on, but that was a brilliant score.
Was that a 45 or a free?
No, it was a free, so it probably was a 2-pointer.
Should have been a 2-pointer. Yeah, it is a 2-pointer. The umpire put up a white flag and it should have been red because it's 3 points to 1.
Yeah, 3-1.
That's what confused me.
Yeah.
Okay. Tip 11 points. London 2-7 is a latest score. So London lead by 2 there. So that's a 2-pointer for the Limerick goalkeeper, Josh Ryan.
Brilliant strike as well, Brendan. Had distance, so it just goes to show if you have a good keeper that can strike the ball from distance, he's worth nearly 2 points every time he goes for it.
There's 52 minutes gone in that game with Tipperary and London. So 11 points to Tipperary, 2-7 for London. Here come Carlow, Lee Walker Just lost control, but he won it back. Gets it to Conor Doyle. They're very alike on the field. And Conor switches back in towards Ian Atkinson. The lights are on in Carlow. The evening is closing in, but a beautiful stretch in the evening. We're not too far out from summertime in a few weeks' time. Carlow would like to be playing good football heading to summertime to meet in the first round of the championship at Park Tolchin. Limerick will have a tough Munster championship, but Carlow recycling and moving this ball well. Johnny Fury is into the Limerick half of the park. The pass came from Lee Walker. Pass towards Fury. He won't try from there, but he sprays it back out towards Conor Doyle. Now he might. He's got a great boot, the Rathvilly man. That's a super strike. Drops a little bit short. In field it goes. Carlow with a chance. Goal chance. Here's Walker. That's a foul. That's a free. He didn't give it. That's a harsh call, Willie, is it?
Ball was dispossessed first, I'd say, Brendan. Maybe the follow through knocked him to the ground, but he definitely knocked the ball away. So
you'd have to give it good defending as well.
Yeah, it was very good defending.
Would have been a free. Good defending. Willie Quinlan, our match analyst here, Casey Lord. 3 points Limerick, 1 point Carlow.
Oh, great ball inside, unlucky.
Carlow got the rub of the green there, and they're going to get. There's a fair old battle for possession in here, and they're having to work so hard. Aaron Amond was back there to tidy that one up. Gets it to Paddy Regan, the Tinryland man. Paddy comes out, gets the hand pass away to Ian Atkinson, takes the return ball. He had a man outside him called Conor Doyle. Conor from Rathvilly feeds it back in field, and Carlow. Nice possessional play from Carlow, Willie, in that position, but if you lose possession there, you'll get buried.
Yeah, definitely, and it was a brilliant ball into the full forward. Just went over, I think, Mark Fury's head for a second. The full forward had it, dropped it, and lucky got it back, but Carlow turned it over. But Crowley on the attack here.
Conor Crowley. Carlow supporters looking for frees here. Crowley's done well, gets it down the line. Paddy McDonald, the two good runners, doing well. Knocked back all the way to John Murphy. That's John of Tinryland. We had John of Grange for a long number of years as well. Back to Ian Atkinson. The old Loughlin man sprays at the Paddy Regan. He's up in the 45. Limerick half of the park. Didn't fancy it. Conor Doyle might. No, he was closed down. Carlow come forward through Kieran Moore. He'll fancy it. Outside the D. Outside the arc. Oh, it's a two-pointer. Brilliant. That's a two-pointer for Moore. And Willie, we were talking about this morning to various people. I think he's outside the arc. It should be a two. Was he outside the big arc?
No, he was inside it, Brendan.
Was he?
I think he was barely inside it, but it was a brilliant score by Moore.
Well, he was just unlucky. He wasn't too far inside it, I think. But anyway,
it's very difficult to see it from here.
Actually,
with
the floodlights, you can't see it.
Yeah, it's very difficult to see it.
Yeah. Should have flashing lights on the Willie like a Christmas tree.
We surely see it then.
3 points to 2, but nonetheless a great score for Kieran Moore.
Yeah, brilliant score. Hand on the back there by Ian Atkinson, free into Limerick. But
yeah, now that's a bit petty because he didn't give frees earlier. Now he's starting to blow up.
Yeah, but look for stopping the free. Look where the ball is being dropped and right into the 21-yard line.
Yeah, but wasn't a free in the first
place. But they're given the option. I'm looking at the goalkeeper coming forward. He's not coming forward to kick it from the 21. He's going to bring it back outside the D, I'd say.
Oh, the referee's bringing it straight in now to penalise Carlow for
There is an option though, but Limerick are not going to take the option. They're going to kick it from the 21. They're going to take their score.
Yeah, the man that's going to take this is James Naughton. He got the first one. Was it a soft free?
A little bit, but when the free is given, you have to stand away. You have to allow Limerick to go forward with the ball because the new rules are the new rules, and this is, straight in front of the post, and looks like a second point from the centre forward Naughton.
He's got it.
Yeah, popped it over.
He really puts his boot through that ball, doesn't he? He's a Christy Maguire type player, isn't he? Just put the boot through it. The boot through it. Johnny Fury's kick out is crucial for Carlow here. Limerick 4 points, Carlow 2 points. Two of Limerick's points was a two-pointer. Simple way to do it. 2 frees from Naughton and a 2-pointer free from their goalkeeper, so they haven't scored from play.
4 points from frees. Carlow very, very lucky that time, just took the right off a ball, but has been cleaned up by John Murphy, and it looks like Colin Byrne is coming forward here now, trying to get it out of defence over to Paddy. Mark Fury to
Paddy Regan, left corner back for Carlow, right corner back I should say. 4 points Limerick, 2 points Carlow, but thanks to Dan Morrissey and Co. in a league of their own with the full range of concrete quarry products, roof tiles, macadam and superfine ground limestone. So Dan Morrissey and Co. got IE.
Carlow only 2.
Carlow only 2 back in their own half of the park. The linesman, he can't call that because he's miles away. In fairness, the chap can't call it.
Yeah, but the crowd could see it because I think it came on this side. Paddy Regan said going forward with the ball, so he was out of position.
They're all only learning this game.
Yeah, somebody needs to step back into position when somebody goes over it. But for probably 30 seconds, there was only 2 in the full back line.
Yeah.
Got away with one.
Willie, someone has got to take responsibility like a fella playing centre half in soccer for the offside. You do it the opposite way. Make sure there's 3 back.
Exactly.
They have to do it.
It's probably down to the full back line. So it's one in the full back line needs to be calling somebody back in.
Call the shot.
Yeah, he needs to bring someone back in because it's a simple free. It's brought back into the 21 and it's tapped over the bar, and we're after conceding 3 frees and we're losing 4 points to 1 here. 4 points to 2.
4 points to 2. Limerick lead. Here's the centre back, Ian Corbett. Field, the hand pass goes. Little bit of a dunt there from Killian Fahy, the captain, and it was a cute little dunt from a typical good stylish corner forward. Doing well again. Carlow bottled up. Now to be fair, Carlow are defending well and they have to work this one from deep again. And that was an interlinky play there with Lee Walker's done really well, and Carlow carried out, gets it to Paddy McDonald. He'd run from here to the Royal Oak, and Mark Fury gets onto that now. They've got to spray that ball across field.
Brilliant.
Good ball from Fury. Now here come Carlow, trailing by 2, down outside the big arc. Man in possession is Paddy McDonald. Gets the hand pass out to the left hand side. They've got the score. There's the shot. It's going in. It's gone. Oh, it's wide. It's wide. Aaron Hammond was the man that took the shot at the end, but it's gone to the left and wide. They're getting the chances. They're probably as good as Limerick, Willie Quinlan, but if you're in the league and you're in a match that you have to win, you have to score all them.
Yeah, that's the problem with them, and it has been lately. We're dominating possession, but we're not getting the scores that we're looking to get. We've 3 wides so far. Limerick have 1, but on the other end of it, Limerick have 4 points. We've only 2.
And they haven't scored from play yet. Carlow have. Ian Atkinson and Kieran Moran, but the 2 Carlow scores. Limerick, James Nocton with 2 frees, and the goalkeeper Josh Ryan with a free, which stood for a 2-pointer from outside the D. Their fullback is Colin McSweeney. Comes forward, lays it off to Andrew Mead, lively player. Mead back to Killian Fahy. The Limerick captain then with a hand pass back into the middle of the park, and the wing half back Tony McCarthy from Kildimo, Palace Henry, I should say. He comes forward, knocks it to Paul Marr, man from Adair. I'm sure he knows the great JP. The ball comes with Limerick. They're slowing it down a little bit, but keeping possession all the time. Nocton again for Limerick, sprays one across underneath the stand here towards Killian Fahy. They're getting plenty of space there, aren't they? Carlow just standing back.
Yeah, they're dropping, to the 45 and trying to drop a little bit deeper. I suppose the last thing they want to do is give away space in the full back line and concede a goal. But they're defending really, really well in numbers. But Limerick have a lot of possession. Here
come Limerick down the right hand side. The runner was Killian Ryan. Laid it off. This is for a 2-pointer, but it's gone to the right and wide. Now that's swings and roundabouts. Hammond missed the far end. Limerick missed this end.
Number 23, Tango Sukro, replacing number 12, Killian Fahy.
So Taig Osukru is coming on, number 23. He's in for number 12, Killian Fahy. So he's obviously picked up an injury, the captain.
He's coming out here on the left-hand side here, yeah.
He's obviously picked up a knock there. So Taig Osukru from Monaleen is in. Johnny Fury with the kick out for Carlow. 17 minutes gone here in the opening half, with thanks to Dan Morrissey and Kona League of their own. We do have the detailed menswear man of the match. It's a great take from the midfielder, Dara O'Hagan, the man from St. Paul's and Mungret. Down to the centre back, Ian Corbett. Corbett for Limerick, carrying it up to the 45. Carlow half of the park, 4 points Limerick, 2 points Carlow. Early days yet. Goalkeeper is advancing forward now. Doesn't fancy one from play when he knocks it to Paul Marr. The Adair man sends a little bit of a jink back around the corner to Tony McCarthy. McCarthy got it back to his centre back Ian Corbett, who in turn gives it to the keeper. They're just slowing it down completely now, Limerick. Possession 9/10 of the law in any field game, and it's Barry Coleman in possession. The hand pass back to Killian Ryan. He's wearing 15, but it doesn't matter anymore in modern day Gaelic football. He could be in the goal with 15 on his back, but he's in the middle of the park. He knocks it across to Ian Corbett. Corbett finds the keeper. Here goes the 2-pointer. Just didn't get it away. Carlow closed him down. It was Lee Walker who closed him down. Have the second bite of the cherry through Ian Corbett. Back to the keeper, Josh Ryan. He's up on the 45. Carlow half of the park. Dara O'Hagan. Fine big build of a Gaelic footballer, tall and broad, to be playing in the middle, strong. Limerick coming a nice penetrating run. Andrew Mead back towards the man that's just come on. Tygo Shukru, the sideline, out towards the sideline, little fist ball forward. Here's a turn and a strike. Now that's an up and under, and you'll see plenty of them in the field across from the Gaelic grounds in Thomond Park, but it falls favourably for the full forward, Emmett Richter. Carlow defended it well. It goes back outfield to the 13-metre line. Limerick have the ball a long time. Carlow just keeping them at bay. Back out again it goes. A little bit of loss of concentration. Sees it go all the way towards the middle of the park, and Limerick will come again with another attack. Now the referee
fullback went over the halfway line, which only left two Limerick backs, and it should have been a free, but
yeah, he's doing that. Yeah, it's
in fairness, Kevin Murphy came and he stopped at the halfway line with the fullback instead going, so it is a free. People are wondering why is it a free, but it's a free because
I tell you the truth, you'd be better off.
It's a crazy rule. It's an absolute crazy rule.
Going back to read the dandy, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The simple thing they should have done with the rules is if the ball comes out past the 45, it
can't go back in.
And if you go in over the 45 attacking, you can't come back out.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done, and that would simplify a lot of things.
Well, Carlow got away with one because they left only 2 in the back probably 2 or 3 minutes ago, and no one seen it. And in fairness, I'm not sure if it was the linesman, but it was pointed out to the referee.
In fairness, he communicated, and all you need is fair play, and they've got it, because Carlow didn't get fair play against Tipperary in the last move of the ball. But Willie, they're all learning, and there's going to be mistakes.
There certainly is.
What's going to happen when the club championship comes around? What's going to happen?
Yeah, it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be an absolute nightmare.
And that ball is going in over the bar. It's a 1 point game, Willie. 4 points Limerick, 3 points Carlow.
It's simple. I suppose the rules are having a big bearing on it, because that's a point for Carlow. Didn't look like they were going to get, but full-back steps into the wrong half of the field. Pointed out from the linesman to the referee, good communication, and it's a free into Carlow right into the 21.
Well, all you want is fair play.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they've got it. And Conor Crowley nailed it. Captain tonight from Palatine. 4 points Limerick, 3 points Carlow. Ian Atkinson, Kieran Moore and Crowley now on the scoreboard. James Nocton for the Limerick men with 2 frees and a 2-pointer free from Josh Ryan. Limerick still haven't scored from play, Willie.
Yeah, haven't scored. They'll be disappointed with that. Well, they'll be happy enough with their 4 points, but you'd like to be getting a few scores on the board from play. Coming forward again, long ball inside, looking for the full forward. No.
Clark, well taken
well put out, Clarky boy.
Yeah, there's plenty of pace and read that and anticipated where that ball was going. Kieran Moore, he's steadying the ship in the oh, that's high. Yeah, so it has to be a free. There's an advantage being played here. There's a battle to get that out. Play continues now. But in fairness to the referee, that's a great decision, Willie.
Yeah, he kept his hand up in the air, gave him the advantage, and he didn't have to take it because Carlow got 2 little passes and threw over the halfway line.
It's a hell of a lot better performance so far than there was in Wexford last week. They're really going for it, aren't they?
Yeah, but you're right what you were saying earlier on. Wexford are probably the team in the league. They're looking to get promoted. Here's a shot from Paddy Regan out to the left and wide.
Never steadied himself. He should have steadied himself. That's 4 wides Carlow. They're getting the chances. Limerick have 1 wide. Limerick haven't scored from play, but the 4 points on the board. A 2-pointer from the keeper. 2 frees from James Nocton. Carlow scores have come through. Kieran Moore from play. Ian Atkinson from play. And the last score from Carlow that came from the captain, Conor Crowley. Willie, what have you made of it all so far?
Yeah, again, Carlow allowed Limerick to take the quick kick out and step back after. Maybe something that they looked at last weekend, that Wexford were able to get the ball away a lot quicker. But we're well in the game. We're not taking the chances though, Brendan. 4 wides to 2. I have it. I think Limerick had 2 wides. Carlow definitely had 4. But couple of scores, a couple of mistakes that have led to scores for Limerick, but we are well in the game. We're defending in numbers. It's at the other end. We need to get more scores on the board.
Here come Limerick. The wing half back is Barry Coleman. Barry Coleman knocks it across towards Paul Maher. Paul Maher comes forward inside the 45, trying to find a man in space. That's his centre back Ian Corbett, but he didn't fancy the shot. Knocks it back out towards Coleman again. He's been a busy player in this opening half. Well, it's a good run. He's plenty of pace, this fella. He's a Mikey Bambrick style player. Gets the hand pass back in field and finds the great presence of Dara O'Hagan. O'Hagan gets it to Andrew Meade. Meade finds the keeper. Here he comes again. Josh Ryan. I'm sure he's relations in Tipperary with a name like Ryan. He could have 4 million. There's a lot of Ryans down there. There's a good few in Limerick as well. The ball is back with Dara O'Hagan. And the plays his club football for St. Paul's and Mungret. Back to Ian Corbett. Good possession game from Limerick at the moment. Limerick 4 points. Carlow 3. 22 and a half minutes on the clock. The opening half here of the Alliance National Football League, round 3 from Netwatch Cullen Park.
Have a go, Brendan.
There's Josh Ryan.
Long way wide.
He's had a go, and that's a bit of a Hail Mary, and it's gone wide. It's gone wide. It's gone wide. If he had turned it in, it was a great score, but when they go wide, they look desperate.
Yeah, and he's a man that can kick it. He has the distance, but they're looking for 2-pointers. I think Limerick are caught in between.
They're forcing the issue.
They're caught in between going for a 2-pointer, and there is space in front of the D that they're not taking because it is a 1-pointer. They've had a couple of chances, but didn't take them. They've 3 wides on the board, Carlow 4, but more importantly, Limerick are 4 points, Carlow are 3.
Text in from Mary Kildavin. Did Carlow ever play in white before? I don't ever remember it.
I've never remembered them, Brendan.
I think it's to do with the rule that they brought in for the NCBI and the blind people and the visually impaired, where there's green on the jersey, you can't play against a team with red.
I think you're right, for people that are colourblind. I think you're right, Brendan, yeah.
And that's fair comment. That's fair play. Here come Carlow. Can they level the game here? 23 and a half minutes on the clock. Back outside the D it goes. Back to the hands of Ian Atkinson. Scored the first point tonight. The old Loughlin man needs to do what to do in close. Sutton stay the distance as Johnny Fury comes up the field. Johnny all in black, the Carlow keeper, driving downfield. It's a slow run from Johnny. Does he fancy this one? He's going to lay it off to a man that might fancy it. Kieran Moore. Conor Dial sprays it right over to the far side. They've got to go for this, Willie. Get a bit of yardage with a bit of space. Look who's there. Shane Clark down around the corner. Conor Crowley back to Clark. They're just trying to find the best man in the best position. Here's Aaron Hammond. Hammond would like to have a run at this. He goes for it. He throws it up in the sky. He's going to drop dangerously in around. That's a great take. Carlow gathering that one. That was Atkinson, I think, gathered that. Was it Willie?
He was inside
back
Ian
out to
Atkinson,
Conor Dial. Here's Conor Dial inside the arc. Won't get the 2-pointer, but he might get the 1-pointer. The Carlow Footballer of the Year,
Absolutely
2024. Brilliant stuff. from Conor Doyle of Rathvilly, just like his dad Noel did for years, playing alongside this fella beside me. That's a cracking score, Willie. 4 points apiece, and they deserve it, Carlow.
Yeah, great step inside. He must be watching Pendergast today. He stepped inside the man to put the ball 150 yards down the line. He done the same, drove it straight between the sticks. Brilliant score, Conor Doyle. 4 points apiece here.
Give you an update from the Premiership in a moment as Limerick come on the attack. Paul Maher, he's having a good first half. Don't forget to detail menswear man of the match 083 306 9696 to be in with a chance of winning a €50 voucher for detail menswear, Potato Market Carlow or High Street Kilkenny. Stay with us. 4 points apiece. Carlow with 3 points in play. Conor Doyle with a cracker. Ian Atkinson, Kieran Moran, and the free from Conor Crowley. Carlow now defending as Limerick come forward. The man from Mungret, Killian Ryan, knocks it back across the 45. Andrew Mead. Downfield. Man from Rathkeel across towards Dara O'Hagan. O'Hagan again carrying it downfield. Carlow have defended well and they're still defending well.
Yeah, they're really after working on it. They're defending deep. They're not pressing out too high, but
have to press now though.
Yeah, they're not giving them the option of the outside. They're forcing them out. Here's a chance now though.
The lovely incision.
Pace opened up.
Pace opened up indeed. There's a shot. Oh, good save, Fury.
Brilliant save.
Good save from Johnny Fury. He read it very well. He got down low. He parried it away. It's out to a right corner back position. Limerick win the break, but Fury brings off a terrific save on 25 minutes. Well, 26, just under 26.
Happened again, Brendan. Limerick man came inside.
He did.
And in fairness to Kevin Murphy.
The linesman is on the ball.
Yeah, Kevin Murphy went a step and it was Lee Walker went a step and stopped at the halfway line. The fullback followed him in over the line, and that's after happening twice. Limerick will be disappointed.
Will you just explain to a few of the people listening at home? I know I bet down the town and immediately say, what's the story, Brendan, with these new rules? So, Willie, you have to keep 3 players in your own half of the park.
At all times, and it's after happening twice. Kevin Murphy went to go over the half once and stopped at the halfway line. The Limerick back followed him, went in over the line. That was the first free. That time it was Lee Walker went to step to the halfway. He stopped.
And now it's a 14-yard free
14-yard free for Carlow. So that's another point here.
Crowley sticks it over the bar, and Carlow take the lead in Netwatch Cullen Park with 27 minutes on the clock. Willie, they're in a good position. We mustn't get carried away. They were 6 up against Tipperary a few weeks ago. It's early days yet, and Carlow are going to make a mistake with the new rules as well. Let it be said. I know we'd be hoping they wouldn't, but every team is making mistakes as everyone is trying to get used to this situation.
Yeah, the one thing though, Brendan, you'd be very happy with, they haven't conceded a score from play, so they're defending really, really well, putting Limerick under pressure right in the right areas, force them to kick the ball. They've had 3 wides, they've 4 wides themselves, but doing really, really well from that point of view. They have a couple of scores on the board. Now they lead 5 points to 4
5
here.
points Carlow, 4 points Limerick, with thanks to Dan Morrissey and Kona League of their own, with the full range of concrete, quarry products, roof tiles, macadam and super fine ground limestone. There's a super kick from the Limerick midfielder, and he sticks it in, and that is, was he outside the big arc? No, he was inside it. It's a 1-pointer. Willie, he's a fine strong player, the man from Mungret, St. Paul's, Dara O'Hagan. Fine player, good score, and their first point from play, and it's taken 27 minutes into the 28th minute to get that. What do you all count?
Big, strong, physical man. He knew exactly what he wanted. He turned in onto the centre of the field on his right foot, put it straight over the crossbar. I noticed that they have pushed up really high on the Carlow kickouts, haven't turned it over. Lee Walker done really well there. It was fouled, was he?
He was fouled, yeah, but the referee, in fairness,
allowed it, yeah.
Niall Quinn is a match referee. He's doing fairly well, to be fair to the man.
He's doing well, yeah. This could be a turnover. Atkinson does really, really well that time.
Yeah, the Limerick chap has picked up an injury there. He has a stop play there, and Atkinson did nothing wrong. The Limerick chap got a knock, and you have to stop play. Willie, sum up that opening 28 minutes first. Before you do, I'm going to give you an update from the Premiership. Chelsea lead Aston Villa 1-0 at half-time in Villa Park, while in the Six Nations it's England 10, Scotland 10 at Twickenham, and in hurling Dublin lead Offaly 17 points to 14 midway through the second half at Croke Park. That's a 3-point lead for the Dubs. Of course, Carlow take on Laois tomorrow at 2 o'clock. That's live here on the Carlow frequency, on the Carlow stream, on the KCLR app, and of course Limerick and Kilkenny are live from UPMC Nolan Park. Will you sum up that first 28 minutes, and of course a huge day for the Carlow hurlers tomorrow as well?
Yeah, huge day for the hurlers against Laois, our neighbours. Hopefully they can do the business there tomorrow, but what we're looking at in front of us, Carlow defending really, really well and defending in numbers. They're handing the kick out to Limerick, but dropping deep. Obviously they're keeping 3 inside the Limerick half, which Limerick have not done twice and gave away 2 simple frees, and that just keeps our scoreboard ticking over. Limerick took 27 minutes to get their first score from play. The centre forward Dara O'Hagan, big, strong, physical man, but it's going to be really close. It's going to be a really tight game, low scoring game, obviously, Brendan. 5 points apiece. Yeah,
and I'm sorry to see this, because this chap was playing really well, and you know, we're here and we're representing Carlow on KCLR Radio, but you've played away from home, so has every player that has played any game, and we've a chap here now. okay, he's going to be okay, but he was having a great game, the Dermot Paul Maher, and he got a knock there with no intention, and I think he's going to have to leave the field because I think he's in a bit of bother. I think there'll be a slight bit of concussion.
Well, it's a blood sub anyway because he has a nosebleed, but he came for a tackle, and in fairness to Ian Atkinson, he was fully committed, knocked the ball away. I think he caught him shoulder, maybe in around the nose, but definitely no malice, no intention. It's Carlow's possession of the ball.
Tommy Childs is coming in wearing number 20 for the Limerick men, and the man that's out, it is a blood sub, Paul Maher, so he has been assessed on the sideline, so Limerick will be hoping that he is okay, and let's hope he hasn't picked up a serious injury there. We don't like to see anybody doing that. Paddy Regan is doing well at corner back tonight. Well, he's working hard.
Yeah, gets up and down as well. Did step out of his own half and wasn't seen. In fairness, he learned from that. And now again, am I looking now of one man inside on the far side from the centre line, so they're doing really well. No, see the middle line is the middle of the pitch. That the people realising they're looking at the 65-yard line here.
Illegal hand pass now, I think, is it? No, the referee's mixed up with the line, Willie. You're bang on.
Yeah, the line is in the middle. That's the halfway.
He's mixed up the two lines.
He's
That's
listening,
the halfway line
to the crowd, obviously.
And he listened to the crowd. He blew it on the 65. Carlow opened up their hands. Now, that's a huge...
He got a call from the linesman, though, Brendan.
But the linesman is a parallax error. He's not looking straight along.
Yeah, well, I'm looking here, and there was three inside here. It's outside the middle line, and they definitely didn't step outside the middle line.
No, that's a terrible decision.
It's a bad mistake if that's the case.
Well, the other side of that now as well, that man on the far side, in fairness to the linesman, they have to work with the referee, but he wasn't in a position to blow it because he can't see the line.
The man on this side would have been closer
better,
to the line.
Yeah.
I don't think there was three of them outside it. I think one of them stayed inside it, which kept three. But anyway, it's a free to Limerick.
And it's a point
and
for
it's
Limerick.
popped over the bar.
It is, and the scoreboard now reads Limerick 6 points, Carlow 5, and that all comes from a mistake by the officials.
Yeah, which is it's disappointing.
Now,
but
he's the flag up here. What's this for? Because there's no sub ready to come in here.
Not 100% sure. But
it's the blood sub change. Oh, he's back on.
Maybe calling him back
Paul
off.
Maher is okay.
Yeah.
Paul Maher is okay. Yeah, well, that's good that the chap is okay. So that is the story. Tipperary 17, London 2-12. Is that a full time? A full time result, says John Kelly of Carlow County Board. There we are. London have beaten Tipperary, but Carlow should have beaten them as well.
Yeah, that's right. They could have beaten them the first day. Tipperary got a draw, so that man is coming back out now, being replaced by...
That's Tommy Childs.
Tommy, yeah.
And it's 6 points to 5. We've had a few issues with the old rules, Willie, but I think it'll balance out, will it?
I hope it would. You'd like to think it would anyway, but it's Limerick on the attack. It was a great ball inside to the centre forward, Brendan.
Chance Limerick, good defence Carlow. Moran stood him up, back around the corner comes the man that went off injured, and he's having one hell of a game for Limerick in this opening half. 6 Limerick, 5 Carlow. 32 minutes gone, 3 remain. Oh, free inside. Free in. Clarkey is absolutely going berserk because he feels he didn't do anything wrong there. There wasn't a lot in that, was there?
Yeah, maybe just a double action. He went with the left and then went with the right hand, knocked the ball away, but the referee deems it's a free right. Is it just right on? Is it outside the D? Is he bringing it back inside the D maybe now? It's outside it.
It is outside it, yeah. It's outside it. This is James Naughton. This is how Tipperary got back into the game a few weeks ago, Willie.
Yeah, couple of two-pointers, yeah.
The linesman is going in to check because the ground is cutting up a bit. Would it be a good idea to mark the big arc and the centre field line in red or in a luminous yellow as the white?
Well, definitely a different colour because it's very difficult to see the outside line. We can see the inside line fairly handy.
This is for 2 points if he scores this.
Yeah, he's definitely outside it looking at it from here, Brendan.
And from Carlow leading, pull back level, Limerick go in the lead with a free that they should never have been given.
That's a great strike of a ball, is it turning?
It's wide.
No, he's picking it out, Brendan, he's giving it.
That should be a 2-pointer. He was outside the arc. What's going to go on the board?
He's only given one.
He put up the white flag. Limerick are not remonstrating either, so he must have kicked it from inside it. No, it's gone to 7. Yeah, it's 7. It's only 1 point.
Yeah, 1-pointer. Yeah, it looked like it was a 2-pointer, but it's only one.
Coming towards half time here. 7 points Limerick, 5 points Carlow. Few talking points, but a good competitive Alliance National Football League Division 4. Conor Doyle didn't wait for the free. Tapped and went. Gets it to Lee Walker. The Grey Cullen club player streams downfield inside the 45. Carries it. Lays it off to Crowley. Came around the corner. Uses his turn of foot. He's got to get it back in field now. The Palatine captain. He does well, gets inside 1, gets inside 2, knocks it back out to the middle of the park. Here's Carlow's number 9, Liam Brennan of Loughlin Bridge. Lays it off, Conor Doyle fancied it, but he was closed down by the opposing number 10, Andrew Meade. Back to Doyle, lovely hand pass, gives a run to Paddy MacDonald. Back outfield it comes for Carlow. That's Aaron Ammon in possession now. Back across towards Kevin Murphy. Kevin Murphy of Rathvilly. Fine player, good all-round sportsman. Kevin, relatively new to the inter-county scene, but had a great championship at Rathvilly in winning the title in 2024. Back to Johnny Fury. Does the man from the Castle Tavern let fly? He doesn't, but he sends it across to Shane Clark. The Bagenalstown man might let go. Sends a little dinking hand pass in field, finding a man in space. Here's the shot now. Super football, Carlow. Super finish with Kevin Murphy. He started that move, he finished that move. Murphy's on the score sheet. There's one between them. 7 points Limerick, 6 points Carlow, and there's 1 minute of added time coming, Willie, and that starts now.
Yeah, brilliant score, and we needed that. They worked so hard to get the ball inside, back out, and defending now. Mark Fury does really, really well that time.
This is a good performance by both teams. They're serving up a nice entertaining game, and a big crowd here tonight as well. Here in Netwatch Cullen Park, thankfully a nice day, 12 degrees, no bitter cold that we had in the last few weeks. So it's ideal for football. Going is a bit soft on the stand side here, but other than that, it's a 1 point game with thanks to Dan Morrissey and Kona League of their own. Here come Carlow. Shane Clark of Bagenalstown turns in field, sold a bit of a dummy, plays it off to Moran, coming through the middle. It's actually Liam Brennan coming through the middle. Liam Brennan looks downfield. There was a bit of a deflection on that when he tried to get it away with the left peg. Coming to try and win it back is Paddy McDonald, and the referee's going to give a free up, but it was a bad ball, wasn't it, Willie?
It was a poor ball. It just skewed off his left foot. He looked to play it inside and just skewed out to the left. I thought Paddy was unlucky, dispossessed the Limerick man, but referee deemed it was a free. Limerick come on the attack here again.
England are 6 points up, England 16, Scotland 10, while in Division 1B of the Hurling League it's Dublin 21 points, Offaly 19 points with 10 minutes to go. There'll be big interest there from Carlow. Carlow and Laois tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Port Laois, Kilkenny and Limerick. UPMC, Nolan Park. Here come Limerick. Tygo Shugru knocks it back outfield towards Dara O'Hagan. He scored earlier on. Carlow set up very well defensively, trailing by a point on the stroke of half time here. That 1 minute of added time is over. This is the final passage of play. Here come Limerick, the centre back. Oh, the keeper was up here. What's he blowing that for? There's 3 players back there. What did he blow that for?
That's unbelievable. I don't know what he's after blowing it up for, because Limerick definitely had 3 players back. I'm not sure, Brendan.
Now they're getting caught with the lines here. I think you want extra officials to keep an eye on the lines, because the linesman can't.
But it's not. He didn't give a free in from the 21, Brendan. So I'm not sure why he gave the free.
Carlow tapped and went. Here to go, trying to level it. Stroke of half time. Carlow's Paddy McDonald back out towards Conor Crowley. He's got to utilise this ball fairly well. He knocks it all the way back to Liam Brennan. The Loughlin Bridgeman will spray it across field to Paddy Regan, the Tinryland man. Here comes Paddy up towards the 45. Carlow need a score to win level at half time. They're trailing by 1. Conor Doyle goes for a 2-pointer. Oh, it's kept in play. It's kept in play. And now the referee is going to give a free out. And it was Ian Atkinson.
Was it the goalkeeper took the ball inside his own half?
I think that's what it was.
No. On the other side, somebody is saying for mouthing, so obviously somebody mouthed to the referee, and you can't talk to the only one speaks to the referee now is the captain. So
that's right,
obviously somebody said something.
No, if there's a free coming here, free out or free in. We'll be going straight back to Oisin in the studio at the half-time whistle. Willie, your final synopsis. 7-6, Carlow well in this one. A win is crucial for either side, and I think Conor Doyle could be picking up a booking here.
Yeah, looks like he's going to get a yellow card here.
Yes.
That free was for talking back to the referee. Referee brought it right up to the halfway line. Was a free to Carlow, but couldn't get the score. So
but the point you made before that, if a Limerick fella spoke to the referee, how come he didn't get a yellow card?
Yeah. Well, the only one to deem to speak to the referee and the new rules are the captain. So nobody, not even the sideline, can open their mouth to referees anymore.
Should be a cracking second half, Willie. We've 1 minute of added time, but now we're gone into the 3rd minute of added time. I don't know where the 3 came from, but that's what it is. It's at the discretion of the referee now as Limerick come forward. Paul Maher.
I think he's after losing his watch, Brendan.
It's hard to believe there's 3 when there was only 1.
He's forgetting about the time.
He looks at his watch now. So obviously he stopped it and all this has been added.
In the Division 1 game, the hooter will go. He was very lucky there because he collided with the midfielder O'Hagan. He never looked at the ball. The referee didn't deem it as it was a free, but
that's from the Bernard Horan.
He just shifted him out of the way.
School of tackling.
Well, that was a good tackle, I suppose, if the ball was there, but I don't think the ball was there, Johnny. You were very lucky that time, son.
This is the kick out coming. Well, we're into the 39th minute, and there was only 1 of added. That's what Martin did announce, isn't it? Stadium announcer. There's half time. It's 7 points Limerick, 6 points Carlow. We'll be back with half time. People are saying they can't see the halfway line. Well, certainly the officials couldn't see it with a parallax error earlier on, but that's not the fault of a groundsman. That's winter conditions. With fellas running over that's going to disappear, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose from a height, we're up at a height and we can see it clearly. So I don't know if they're mistaken the 65-yard line from the halfway line, but it seems to be after happening 2 or 3 times.
Twice,
but yeah, it can cost a team a game though, and could cost them 2 points here, Brendan.
Well, we're ready to go. What's your good feeling for the second half? Will be tight?
When we get on top, we need to get those scores that we're not getting, and we haven't got in the last couple of games. We dominate for periods of time, but we don't put it on the board, and that's what we need to do in the second half. By the way, Offaly had a great win against Dublin, 27 points to 123.
In the hurling?
Yeah, looking good for the draw against Carlow. So how good are Carlow at the minute?
Well, they're very, very good. Carlow and Laois tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Then Laois are improving too, because they won against Westmeath last week, so it should be a cracker. Loads of support for the two teams. Welcome tomorrow at O'Moore Park in Port Leisha. We're up and running for the second half. Half-time score here. Limerick 7 points. Carlow 6 points. Low scoring enough, Willie. Carlow playing from right to left in the second half.
Yeah, need early on to settle down and get a couple of scores. It took us a while in the first half. Limerick got on the scoreboard first, and Limerick attacking here after winning that throw-in, so they'll be looking to get their score. But Carlow defending really well, defending in numbers. Can we hold them up, turn them out, and get our own score here?
Okay, well, Darragh Sucru hasn't come out for the second half. 24 is in.
Number 10, Conor Doyle.
Conor Doyle has been replaced on the Carlow team by Niall Hickey of Kildavin Clonegall. So 19 for 10. That's obviously an injury, Willie, I'd say, is it?
Well, to me, he probably was the best man on the field, Conor Doyle, in the first half, so it definitely must be an injury that he picked up.
Well, here we go. Second half, Limerick looking for the opening score. Here's their keeper, scored a 2-pointer in the first half. Josh Ryan knocks it back to Ian Corbett. Downfield it goes, outside the 20-metre line. Limerick come with a shot. That's poor. That's a poor Ian Corbett. Years ago, Willie, a fella from centre half back could come down and take a shot like that. Someone said that's why he is centre back. But I think it's an unfair comment to give to anybody. I mean, if he scored it, it's a great score. Everybody has a wide, but that was a bad wide.
Yeah, well, when you see positions, you see goalkeepers going up and getting scores in games, positions don't really count anymore, Brendan. So anyone's entitled to have a shot. But it was a poor wide, in fairness. But first wide of the second half.
Carlow break the ball in the middle of the park, but Limerick win that break. And Limerick's 23. Tygo Sugru comes forward with the ball. Limerick going on the attack. No scores in the second half yet, but it is 7 points Limerick, 6 points Carlow. And we've 1.5 minutes played in the second half, and that's gone in over the bar, isn't it?
No, it's another wide.
It's a wide ball.
Yeah, it's a second wide.
It's a wide ball. So Limerick did very few wides in that first half. I think I had them down for 3.
Yeah, 3, you're spot on, Brendan.
And is that 2 in the second half?
The first 2 chances in the second half have gone wide, so Carlow holding on a little bit under pressure with Limerick in the early second half.
Here come Carlow, all in white, and Carlow's number 19, that is Niall Hickey of Kildavin Clonegall, went to get that ball and came off his knees, and Limerick go on the attack, and there's an incision inside, chance for a Limerick goal here, across the face of the goal it goes, and it's gone to the back of the net. Limerick at the dream start to the second half in the Alliance National Football League Division 4. I think it's James Naughton, the free taker. It is James Naughton, the free taker. He gets the goal. Carlow, first time the defence was breached for a scoring opportunity of that calibre from Limerick. 1-7 to Limerick, 6 points. It's a 2-score game, Willie, 4 in it. Carlow really have to batten down the hatches, get the ball upfield and get scores straight away. Naughton makes it 1-7 to 6. It's the first score of the second half. The kick out was won in the middle of the park by Limerick. He's a big strong player, Darragh O'Hagan. Crossed back to Barry Coleman. Prominent first half for Coleman, down into the right corner forward position. Lovely run off the shoulder from Coleman. Bottled up though. Carlow just close him down in that department. And back out to come with the ball. They'll recycle it, Limerick. Knocking it back in field. Their number 15. That is Killian Ryan from St. Paul's. Then Mungret back out towards Paul Marr. Paul Marr knocks it back down there towards his own 45 outside the D, and Emmett Richter, the full forward, comes forward. There's a Limerick man, there's a clash there, but it's a long range ball. Johnny Fury does well. He punches it off the crossbar, and it's going to be there because it was gone over. He
went behind it.
The net.
He was very clever. Yeah,
he was clever. It's a 1-pointer. Limerick are turning the screw a bit, Willie.
Yeah, the one thing they're doing that Carlow are not doing, they're pressing really high on the kick out. They're turning over Carlow's kick out, but a big mistake led to the goal here. Hickey, only on as a sub at half time, went to slide in to get the ball off the knees over the sideline, worked really quickly into the full forward line, ended up getting the goal. So Carlow under big pressure here, 1-8 to 6 points here, Brendan.
Aston Villa have equalised against Chelsea in the Premier League this evening. So that is a story. I don't know whether that's been done, but I think Tom Ross might have delayed us there. 1-1 there. It's 1-8 to Limerick in Netwatch Cullen Park, 6 points to Carlow. And we have 4 minutes played in the second half. We are held up. We didn't lose any action there. Getting a report in from Chelsea and Villa at Villa Park. Willie, this won't do the momentum of the game any good, but the important thing is that the player is okay. But 1-1 for Limerick. No reply from Carlow. Start of the second half. Trouble for Carlow.
Yeah, it's the start that we needed actually. We were a point down going in at half time, and it's the start that Limerick got. But you can see Limerick are pressing high on the kick out again, so they're forcing Johnny Fury to kick the ball long. When you kick it into the middle, it becomes 50-50. Carlow are not doing the same for some reason. They've got a good kick out away from the far side. That man looks like he is back on the field, so he's okay, Brendan.
He's okay, back up and running. And that is the story at the moment. And Offaly have beaten Dublin in the dramatic circumstances in Division 1B, the National Hurling League. Jonathan Higgins has the full time from Croke Park. Well, there we are in Carlow Laois tomorrow, 2 o'clock in the same division. It's a huge day for both counties. We are live on KCLR 96 FM. Play continued here as we brought you that report from Croke Park, and Carlow's John Murphy has stuck the ball over the bar. 1-8 Offaly, 7 points Carlow. Carlow with their opening score in that second half as Limerick come forward. Barry Coleman again knocks it back to the middle of the park to the centre back Ian Corbett for Limerick, moving it downfield. Good evening to all our Limerick listeners and our Carlovians tuned in on the app and online this evening here from Netwatch Cullen Park, as James knocked in a goal and 3 for James, 3 frees and a goal from play at the start of the second half for the Limerick man. As Limerick come forward again, Paul Maher went off as a blood sub in the first half. He was replaced, he's back on. We worried about him because he got a knock, but he's recovered well. Here's Emmett Richter, fine big tall, full forward, finds a man in space, and that man in space is Paul Maher. Lovely runner with the ball. Carlow have got to defend it and stay disciplined. Limerick come back, they're outside the big arc. The run comes from Ian Corbett, missed one on the right a few moments ago. Carlow not give him an inch. Kieran Moore and a pal stuck with him all the way, and he had to kick the ball all the way back out to the middle of the park. And Killian Ryan comes with a hand pass to Josh Ryan, the goalkeeper. Now, Willie, you've spotted something.
I'm just to recall Conor Doyle as a sub. I'm looking at Conor Doyle out in the field there, Brendan. Number 10 is there, definitely. He's not, hasn't been substituted.
Speaking of number 10, Andrew Mead has stuck the ball over the bar, and that is the score. Conor Doyle is still on the field for Carlow. It was announced who's gone. It's actually Lee Walker that's gone.
Yeah, he's here right in front of me, Conor Doyle, number 10. It's
Lee Walker's gone. Yeah, because I was surprised when I said it, he was injured, and the two of them look alike, but that's definitely Conor on that far side. So Conor is still there. I would have been surprised if he was gone, and so were you, because he put in a great shift in that first half.
Yeah, he had been exceptional. He's up and down the field, got a great score. He's involved in everything. Like this man, Patrick MacDonald has been incredible as well.
Atkinson works hard, gets the ball to Mark Fury. Fury's around the middle of the park, lays it off to John Murphy. Scored a few minutes ago. Fine big strong player, John of Tinryland. Gets it back to Mark Fury. Lovely ball to Paddy MacDonald. The Bagnus Toman lays it off to Crowley. Conor Crowley coming forward. Back to Conor Doyle. Good intricate play from Carlow again. They're inside the 45. Need to get something. The Kildavin man has it. Niall Hickey knocks it back to Ian Atkinson. The man from O'Loughlin with the pass. Outfield, Kevin Murphy of Radphilly. Lovely interlinking play, Carlow, but they need something from this. Limerick have got a hand in there. Back to Murphy. Left peg. He's inside the big arc, but he hasn't got it inside the post from the shot. It's a wide from Carlow. They're second in the second half, and it is still 1-9 to Limerick. 7 points to Carlow. Both teams on 3 points after 2 games in this league. 3 games in the league, I should say. Carlow losing to Wexford last week and winning against Waterford. Level with Tipperary after game 1. That's the 3 points that they have. Limerick with a narrow victory over London. That win against London was their first win in 17 away from home, Willie Quinlan.
There you are, and London beat Tipperary, I think, by 2 points or a point in tonight, so that's a big win for them. So Carlow need to get back into this game. They need the next couple of scores. If Limerick get 1 or 2 more scores on the board, this game could be put to bed, because scores are very hard to find.
Yeah, there's 5 between them at the moment. It's 1-9 Limerick, 7 points Carlow, and that clock says 44 minutes gone here as Limerick come forward, and this could be curtains for Carlow. There's a shot, great save, Fury. He got down on his post on the right hand side and he had to parry that one away. Willie, that's as good a save as you'll see.
Absolutely incredible, got down full length stretch right across the goal, got a hand to it, knocked it out. If that went in, Brendan, you'd have to say this. I know there's a lot of time left, but the game was nearly put to bed here.
Yeah, good save, Johnny Fury. Not his first good save tonight, he's a great one in the first half as well. Here come Carlow, needs something here. Paddy McDonald from Mineviog comes forward. Support play from Paddy Regan. Play from Paddy, across to Ian Atkinson. Atkinson lets the ball bounce in front of him, sends in a high one.
No,
it's too big. He was looking for Aaron Hammond, but I tell you, AA couldn't come to the rescue on that occasion. 1-9 to Limerick, 7 points Carlow. Now everything was good until the final third.
Yeah, we're forcing it a little bit now. We're looking for those I suppose, impossible balls, because that was a really difficult pass. It was over the top and he was running at pace, was never going to reach it. He should have held onto the ball, maybe come back out across. But if they work, they're great, Brendan. But it looks so bad when they don't work. Limerick on the attack here.
Certainly are. Well, there we are. If you haven't heard, Offaly have beaten Dublin in Croke Park. Tipperary were defeated by London this afternoon in Division 4, and Limerick now on this live broadcast lead Carlow 1-9 to 7 points here. 45 minutes gone of a 70-minute game in Netwatch Cullen Park. Limerick with plenty of possession. Paul Marr, he's been one of their go-to men this evening in Carlow. Carlow with a few tough games coming up as well. They've got Wicklow away next weekend. They've got Longford here in Netwatch Cullen Park, but a defeat tonight, and Division 4 is all but done and dusted. London away in the last game will probably be a dead rubber. Mightn't be for London, but it could be for Carlow as Limerick come forward. They'll mean business. They'd like to get back to Division 3. That's taken a deflection. Carlow have got to defend it, and back there goes John Murphy. He was strong in defence there. He wins the free out, and he worked hard. He's going to tap and go here. Solo from John down to the middle. Conor Crowley's been held there without the ball. That should have been a free, really.
It looked like both of them were holding each other. He had one hand back, Brendan, holding. I think the referee deemed that they were holding each other and allowed to play on.
That's what they call in Carlow. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah.
But if you're the forward, you'll be disappointed.
You would, because if you're being held, he was trying to hold off the player to defend him, let the ball run by him. But Limerick player done really, really well in defending, held him off.
9 to 7.
Limerick looking for another score.
Well, they are looking for, but the ball comes back outfield. 46 minutes gone here in Netwatch Cullen Park.
There's little gaps starting to appear in the Carlow defence, whether it's tiredness or having to work so hard.
so hard in the first half.
Yeah.
And here come Limerick. That's good defence.
Good defending.
Carlow have done well.
Collie Byrne, I think.
Yeah, they've done really, really well. Colin Byrne of Radvilly. Not too many balls went into that department, but Collie read it well, as he does with Radvilly. County champions, of course. Now it's Conor Crowley looking to lay it up. He's held that time again, Willie.
Yeah, held his hand, and the referee was standing right beside him.
Murphy. Here
John
comes
Murphy's
John Murphy.
Strength and power.
Carlow need a goal. There's the shot. Whoa, it's taken a deflection. And will it be out for a 45? It's a 45 for Carlow. He had a touch of the Mikey Bambricks about him there. We have to remember he's not here tonight as well. He's a big loss, but Murphy's having a good second half.
He is. He's doing really well. We haven't spoke about Mikey, and Mikey is a huge loss to Carlow because the pace and the power that he brings. He's so exciting to watch. Always good for a score, but he's always good at laying off a score as well. That's been brought back. It was taken quickly, I think, by the substitute.
Conor Doyle is going to put on this. Well, he was successful in the Tulton Cup last year against Leash. I think he finished with 5 points on that occasion. And one of them was a long range 45, if not two, or 145 and 2 long range frees. You'll never forget that day.
Yeah,
he really played well.
He has a great strike of a ball, in fairness. Not easy on a night like tonight, though. It's kind of dampish. The ball will help. He's going to look for a short one, though.
Chips it forward short. Is he going to take the return ball? He is. Back. That's a high challenge. That's high. The Limerick man could be in trouble here now. I know there was no
malice,
but it's
no,
high.
definitely. Yeah, the rules are the rules. It's definitely a yellow, I'd say, Brendan, but it is a free in for Carlow.
Yeah, well, in fairness to the Limerick chap, Mark McCarthy, I was talking to his nanny and granddad there. His granddad is in from Manchester to cheer for him tonight, so he flew in. He comes down to Carlow and he's here cheering him on, so they'll be disappointed if it's anything else. I don't think it's anything more than a yellow. It's a yellow card.
It's a yellow, that's it.
There was no malice in it as well. They're a good, honest team as well, Willie. Good, clean team, aren't they?
Yeah, they're working really, really hard. They're defending in numbers, getting lots of men behind the ball. They attack at pace and got some really, really good scores and deserve to be 5 points up. But Carlow need a couple of scores here.
Here's the free from Crowley.
No, never hit it at all, Brendan.
Never turned it around the corner whatsoever. They're trying to win it on the far side now. And over there for Carlow's Kevin Murphy. Jump for that one. You've got to put this one straight back in. This is what frustrates a few people. I know you've got to keep possession, but you won't score out there, Willie.
No, here's a man.
Here's Johnny
looking
Fury.
to get forward. Can he get a score?
2-pointer. Sold a bit of a dummy. Conor Doyle comes forward again. Couldn't get the shot away. Knocks it into Paddy McDonald. Paddy back outfield to John Murphy. Tinryland man playing well in the second half, but Carlow are trailing 1-9 to 7 points here. Alliance National Football League Division 4. It is round 4. Great ball in field. Broken down. Chance! Just didn't drop favourably and bounce favourably, and back to tidy it up was Colin McSweeney, the full-back for Limerick, and he knocks it over towards Tygo Sugru. Sugru plays it back towards Colin McSweeney, and out now to Darragh O'Hagan in the middle of the park. Limerick move it forward. Barry Coleman. Nice ball from Coleman to the runner, and this is Andrew Mead, scored in the second half, got the first point for Limerick in the second half, sends it down into the corner, and it's the centre forward, James Naughton. 1-3 for James, 3 frees and a goal at the start of the second half, recycles it well, knocks it back to Killian Ryan. Ryan now trying to get it into a 2-pointer position, outside the big arc as we'll call it, the hand pass from Barry Coleman. Back in field, Coleman takes the return, feeds it across towards Killian Ryan for Limerick on the run towards the O'Hanlon's end of Netwatch Cullen Park. He's held up by Carlow. They did some good things in defence tonight. They've done another good thing here, but they're trailing and the clock is petering down, and the clock says now with 20 minutes
massive
remaining,
score, Brendan.
the keeper goes, and it's a
massive
2-pointer from outside the D. He's a big man, Josh Ryan. Willie, that's the value of the 2-pointers. That's a red flag. That's what the trump for that. It's from play. It's a 2-pointer, and a 2-pointer from a free earlier on when they hadn't scored from play, and all of a sudden it's 1-11 to 7. Limerick are in cruise control.
He's standing on the right hand side every time Limerick come forward with the ball. He's looking to get out onto this right hand side. He's a brilliant striker of ball. Kicked one off the ground in the first half, and that's the second 2-pointer. 4 points from the goalkeeper. Never heard of it, Brendan. They've turned it over again. Now we're on the attack here.
Carlow are in trouble. They're in trouble. Here comes the full for good block down.
Brilliant tackle again.
Yeah. That's high. He's having a great second half. That's Murphy again, isn't it?
Yeah. There's going to be a booking here, I'd say.
The midfielder, Darragh O'Hagan, and a needless one for the Limerick man. He didn't have to get involved there. But John Murphy is really fighting his battle here for Carlow in the second half. But Willie, they have a lot to do. They're trailing by 1-11 to 7. It's a mountain to climb, and it doesn't look like they're going to pull back them scores.
No, they're not getting the scores. They're getting the chances, all right, Brendan, but just not taking them, getting into the position. But Limerick are defending really, really well, really deep, but pressing high on their kick out and turning them over. They're in control at the minute, so it's Limerick's to lose here.
Yeah, Limerick in the lead.
This is forcing it again now.
Big ball downfield.
Had to be a free.
Didn't get it. Turns back in field. Here he goes. Lovely layoff, Aaron Hammond.
Oh, he just pulled it, did he? No, he got a good score.
Good score for Aaron Hammond. Good score. 1 pointer for Aaron. 8 points now for Carlow. But there's only 2 points in the second half, Willie, and you know that's nearly 35 minutes a half, and we're into the 52nd minute of the second half. It's taken a long time to get 2 points in the ball.
And we're not getting that many 2-pointers either, Brendan. You need 2 or 3 2-pointers in the game.
You need about 3 in the
you need 3 because it brings you to the 6-point marker with only 3 kicks at the ball, and that's a huge difference compared to try and get 6 1-pointers.
Here's the kick out from the Limerick keeper. He's got 2 2-pointers. Josh Ryan is in there from Oola, famous part of County Limerick. Carlow will win the break in the middle of the field. Liam Brennan. Yes, handing the ball on the ground, and Limerick are not hanging around to tap and go from Limerick. The centre back Ian Corbett, he wasn't allowed to go, and now they've gained a few yards. And
50 yards now, Brendan. The ball has been brought in because he tried to stop him.
And if the keeper kicks this as another 2-pointer, no, he doesn't have to now because it's going to be brought in towards the goal.
Yeah.
Now, to have the option, in this rule, he has the option of bringing it back out.
Referee can give him the option to bring him back outside the D. Obviously, they don't want it.
They don't want it. It's percentages now.
Well, they're looking at the scoreboard and they just need to keep that ticking because that'll bring them 1-12 back to 7 points.
Naughton will kick this over and make it 1-4. Carlow are about to bring in Kyle Nolan of the Aero Club. He's coming down the line here. Limerick man in no great hurry to take this free. James Naughton, and he kicked a few nice ones in the first half, and that one has gone straight over the black spot. So 1-4 for James, and now Limerick lead by 1-12 to 8 points. Willie, 5 points I should say, 1-5, isn't it? Willie, Limerick were Division 2 2 years ago.
Yeah, and looking at them, and that's what we were going by. They've dropped down 2 divisions, but they're still strong physically, and that's, I suppose, the difference in the 2 teams. They're stopping Carlow from getting forward. They're pushing up on their kick out. They're turning over some good ball. Really strong in the tackle, and deserve to be back 7 points on the lead here, Brendan.
Now, you tell me this. There's a change we made on the Carlow team, and the man that we've picked out now, it's not about me and you, but we're trying to relate to the people back home. John Murphy has been by far the best Carlow player on the park in the last 20 minutes, and he's been withdrawn.
To me, John Murphy's been carrying the game to Limerick nearly on his own out there at the minute. I don't know why he's been taken off. Kyle Nolan is in, but a change on the Carlow team, and that is hard to fathom that, because he was probably the best man out there, Brendan. Limerick looking for another goal here.
We are looking for another goal, and
taking the point.
Gone in and over the bar, and Limerick are going to pick up 2 points in Netwatch Cullen Park. They're in control. The man wearing number 24 is Peter Nash from Kildimo Palace Kenry. He sticks it in, he sticks it over the bar. And on another bit of breaking news coming here outside of the sports front, it's breaking news at the moment, so you will have heard it here on KCLR. Pope Francis' condition continues to be critical. The Vatican have just said that the 88-year-old was alert but has suffered a respiratory attack that required high flow oxygen and also blood transfusion, so prayers needed for His Holiness the Pope at the moment. Not in a good way at the moment. For Carlow, Limerick lead here by 113-8. That's breaking news now on the wires across the world. 113 to Limerick, 8 points to Carlow. You'd wish there was more scores on that, Willie, from a Carlow point of view, but there's is it 55 minutes? Yeah, 55 minutes gone, 15 remaining. At least we can see the scoreboard tonight. We couldn't see anything last Saturday night in Wexford, but it's not a good night for Carlow again.
No, definitely not at the minute, and Limerick really dominant. They're turning over the kickouts, they're pressing up. Here's another shot gone in. Can he going to be another score? Johnny Fury takes it.
It's a 2-pointer, is it? Is he outside the big arc?
Not too sure if he was. It looked outside it.
It's a white.
No, it's a white flag.
The referee signalled it's a white flag. And the referee said, was it Emmett Rigger, the full forward?
I thought it was number 8, Brendan.
8 it was, yeah, 100%. I think it was 8. I'm just trying to confirm who got the score there for Limerick Papers and the Nationals. Well worth a read this week, the Nationals. We spoke about the Sports Stars earlier on. Full photographic coverage and reports of the Sports Star Awards last night at the Dolman Hotel. Our good friend Kieran Murphy, Jerry McNally and the lads working hard who sit beside us week in, week out, so well done to them. And a fabulous night for Carlow Sport. Tonight is not wonderful, but you won't win all your matches no matter what you play. Limerick are going to take 2 points out of Carlow tonight. It's 114 to Carlow. 114 to Limerick. 8 points to Carlow. It's a long way back, Willie Quinlan. 9 points, trailing by 9.
Yeah, very difficult to see them coming back. They're just not getting the scores. They look flat on their feet. They look dead in the ground. Limerick look the better team by far. More physical, hungrier for the ball, getting some really, really good scores, and it's going to be a long way back for Carlow.
There's a crossfield ball from the Limerick centre back. He's been steady tonight, Ian Corbett. And Limerick could pile on more scores here and pile on more agony for Kay Kern's team as the ball comes back in field to Andrew Meade. He scored in the second half. Has he scored a second one in the second half? I think he has. No, it's gone left and wide. It's wide. I think Limerick have 3 wides now in the second half. Yep. 3 in the first half. Carlow had 4 in the first half, 3 in the second. Now this is what happens in the league. It gets disappointing. Some of the Limerick supporters now are heading for the road. They know that this one in the bag because it's a good old spin back, Willie, and a lot of them are down in Abbeyfield and all that side of Limerick, so they're down on the Kerry border there. It's a fair spin back, but the family members out there, great people, committed to the cause.
Yeah, without a question. I suppose 9 points up, they're looking to just get a head start really, with Carlow on the attack here with Paddy McDonald going to get ball inside.
They need a goal.
Crowley needs a goal. Can he get it turned really well?
Oh, across the face of the goal. They have got chances, and that's gone wide from Conor Crowley. 4 wides for Carlow in the second half. 114 to 8. Just not enough happening in the final third, is there?
No, they're not getting that score. I suppose a big loss as well, and he's been picking up goals in the last couple of weeks, been Ross Dunphy. He doesn't look like that he's tugged out or even on the subs bench tonight, so he'd be a huge loss to Carlow because he's able to win his own ball. He's so strong and physical. He has been on the scoreboard. Another loss, so Carlow can't afford to be losing 3 or 4 players in that calibre.
Certainly can't. A draw with Limerick in their opening match. Longford and Limerick in round 1. 115 Limerick, 212 to Longford. And that was 18 points apiece in round 2. Limerick 13 points, Wexford 17, so Wexford did beat Limerick by 4 points in round 3. Limerick defeated London in Ruislip 116 to 11 points, and tonight in Netwatch Cullen Park they're in the lead. If Limerick win here tonight, they'll go on to 5 points in the table. Tipperary remain on 5 because London have beaten them, and London are now on 4 after that victory today against Tipperary, which is a huge win for London GAA. There's a change coming on the Carlow team.
Just as I spoke about that man, Ross Dunphy, he's warming up. He's coming onto the field here, number 17.
And there's a reason why he didn't start,
injury. I can only think that they look to get new players on the field. I know Lee Walker didn't start the last day. He was first time to start. He came in centre forward and done really well. Was taken off at half time, but I suppose they're trying to find new positions, new players. Everybody deserves their chance to go, but Ross is coming onto the field here now as we speak.
Carlow play Wicklow at 2 p.m. in Aughrim next Sunday in round 5. Their 6th match will be against Longford here on the 15th of March, St Patrick's weekend, and the final match is at Ruislip in London on the 23rd of March, and that is it. But Limerick are going in the right direction at the moment for Limerick in their next round. The Limerick Tipperary on the 1st of March, 6:30 throw-in in round 5. That's a huge battle in this Alliance National Football League Division 4. And it is round 5. Limerick in their second last game are in Aughrim against Wicklow. That will be interesting as well, and interesting to see what way the Carlow-Wicklow result turns out next week. And Limerick's last game is against Waterford. You'd have to fancy them to do well, Willie. They've come down from Division 2 into 3, struggled on the road in Division 3, but here in 4 they're holding their own and they're playing some nice football as Carlow go for a score, but again it's gone wide off the boot of the Carlow number 18.
Yeah, that's disappointing. That's their 5th wide in the second half. Kyle Nolan in as a sub there the last couple of minutes, but Ross is coming in now instead of Kevin Murphy, so it has been a poor night, you'd have to say, for Carlow.
Yeah.
They've 8 points on the board, only 2 points in the second half. Limerick won 14, deserved to be, what are we, 6-9 points in the lead and full value for their lead. It's all about the learning. I suppose it's a new game, it's a new team out there, new management, so it's a new setup. So
it's a whole new second half as well, because there's no mistakes with the rules or anything in the second half, because the game has been played the way Gaelic football match probably should be played by Limerick in particular. Carlow have got their chances, but they haven't put them away, but they didn't get enough. Here they could score here. Mourne goes for the shot, sticks it in and over the bar. Dunphy's only on a minute. He was the creator there. He done really, really well. And it is Kieran Moore who sticks it in and over the bar. It's good to see him back. I was going to say earlier on, with Walker at centre forward, Moore at centre back, Fury at full back and Crowley at full forward. That's a good spine to the Carlow team, but they're not manufacturing enough results up front.
Yeah, they're not getting the scores, but Dunphy straight away, he adds to the team. He won a great kick out, carried the ball right to the heart of the fence into Kieran Moore and popped it straight over the bar. Good score, but probably too little too late, Brendan.
Robbie Childs is in, wearing number 25 for Limerick, and it looks like young man from Fenna is coming on here now. That's Cormac Lomax. So Conor Crowley has been replaced with Cormac Lomax. Well, that's what Cake should do. He's just emptying the bench now. Well, Cormac is well able to play, but it's not going to happen for Carlow. 1-14 Limerick, and it is 61 minutes gone, so there's 9 minutes of normal time remaining. Willie Quinlan, this game being brought to you thanks to Dan Morrissey & Co. in the league of their own with a full range of concrete quarry product, roof 12 macadam and super fine ground limestone. Have it learned off by heart. I haven't even written down.
Yeah, you don't even need to write it down anymore. Years of practice.
Here comes Dunphy.
Dunphy again, he's involved in everything that goes out there. That's his second kick out that he's won. Axton Ferris won it and fed it back to him. He's going to look for a 2-pointer.
There it goes. He's forced the issue, but it's going to drop. It's on target, but it's going to drop short. Breaks favourably. Limerick had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fellas back there as well. And that is the story
Aaron
there.
Hammond was so unlucky there. The ball hopped to him, was knocked out of his hands twice, came back to him and knocked away again, and Limerick come away looking for this long ball inside. Can they win it?
Aston Villa lead Chelsea 2 goals to 1. We could have a report on that coming up for you in a minute. So that is the story there. 1-14 to 9 points. Limerick lead here. It's becoming disappointing for Carlow now, Willie.
Yeah, it definitely is. We just can't get the scores that we're looking for. We're trying really hard, getting the ball. We're working really hard. Just not happening on the scoreboard. They'll stay going, in fairness.
Yeah, they give it a go.
Yeah, Paddy Regan is trying to get forward here. This great ball inside. Oh, then he just works out. In fairness, Conor Doyle makes it happen.
Conor done well.
Should have been a free, yeah. Should have been a free, referee, honest to God.
In fairness to the ref, he didn't give too many frees tonight. Now Limerick hit them on the counter-attack.
So the space is there now, Brendan.
3-4 Limerick against 4 Carlow. Bit of space creating. This young man has had a good game for Limerick. Lovely dinks the ball in field. They're looking for the mark. Knocks it back outfield. Goes in the return ball. Limerick finish with a plum, and the point goes in and goes over the bar for Limerick's Taigo Sugru, the man from Monaleen in County Limerick. 1-15. We're back to the magic number, Willie. 17, 18 points to win any match. Carlow were never going to win this match, scoring 9 points, and there's still a few minutes to go.
Yeah, especially the new rules, Brendan. They open it up. They're there for the high-scoring games, and we just didn't get it with it. There's one poor kick-out. The only poor kick-out Johnny has done, because he's been exceptional, made a couple of great saves in fairness, but It's Limerick on the attack again, looking to get another score on the board. It has been there tonight. Carlow just couldn't get into this game.
Well, we do have a detailed menswear man of the match from a Carlow point of view. 083 306 9696 in association with Detail Menswear, Potato Market, Carlow on High Street, Kilkenny. So if your guess matches that of Willie Quillan, there's a few contenders. Hasn't been a wonderful night, Willie, but there's a few lads put in great shifts. We were very impressed with Conor Doyle in the first half, John Murphy in the second half. I'm sure they're still on your leaderboard, but one or two more as well. But just not to be. Limerick are the better team, the same as Wexford were the better team last week.
Yeah.
Carlow now bring in number 24, Josh Egan of Palatine.
Yeah, there's been a few. Kieran Moore has done well at centre back. He got 2 points on the board as well. So John Murphy has been exceptional. Crowley has 2 points, but it has been a difficult game for them. Just couldn't get the scores when we required them, and Limerick got the scores on the board. And you're right, Brendan, the magic number is probably 17 or 18 points. We've got 9. Limerick have 1, 15, 18 points on the board, and they deserve to win it.
Peter, Rory O'Brien is in, wearing number 22 for Limerick. He's in for Andrew Meade, number 10. He played really well, Andrew Meade, didn't he? Covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, up and down, worked really, really hard. It's all about work rate, it's all about the fitness levels, and can you stay going for the 70 minutes, and every team needs a big player with a chance of a goal. No, he takes his point.
Or does he? He's got it, number 26.
26.
Danny Neville. I'm not able to translate his club, but I'll tell you one thing, if it was to go on the back of a jersey written in Asquelga on the programme,
you wouldn't be
I must ask one of
it.
the local journalists what it stands for, because Breathe Roche said to me years ago, some of the townslands are hard to understand, but I make it Aoife or Orla down there.
Make it Orla. Yeah, I'll give her a shout after.
Well, there we go. He's got a point, and we're number 26. You don't often see it, but Jimmy Lee, the Bannister, will be happy. He's got Michael Callan, Evan Talty and Pat Ranahan. Their selector Shane Curran and his backroom team will be very disappointed. Mark Foley, Paddy Malloy and James Clark. It's just not to be for Carlow. They've tried and tried, but there's a free out here now, and that's frustration. Dunphy got a bit of a dump there. It could have been a free in, I think, but it's a free out.
No,
he hit him first.
Dunphy was running towards the goal. The man had it back to his goal, and he was trying to stop, in fairness, Ross Dunphy, but a little bit of a push knocked him to the ground. Limerick turned it over, and Limerick come away with the ball again. Across the field. They're really dominating, but that ball could go over the sideline. It could be a sideline ball to Carlow here, 21 yards on the far side. Brendan on the long ball goes backwards here, back to Jamie Clark, Shane Clark, Liam Brennan,
Ballysteen.
Paddy Regan coming forward. He's worked really, really hard too. Done a lot of good work. Has the free in. Paddy McDonald has the free. Oh, definitely it has the advantage. Got a great shot in.
45.
Low along the go. It is a 45, but
the reason I couldn't translate that, Willie, is 3 clubs added together because they're combined
club.
Yeah.
You think they just could have put one club in it?
I wouldn't let you on who wants to deal with. And Askeaton, isn't it? They play hurling as a different name as well, yeah. Yeah, that's understandable, and thanks very much for that. But I wouldn't let you on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire trying to say who's that, or phone you, because you wouldn't have the answer.
No point in phoning me, Brendan.
116 Limerick, 9 points Carlow. We're petering down to the final 3 minutes, and it's 10 points for Carlow now. They've hit double figures. That's gone in and gone over the bar. Was it
Conor Doyle?
Conor kicked that one, yeah. That's your one, Kieran, yeah. Mix up in the programmes here. Thanks to Dan Morrissey & Co again tonight for their sponsorship of our commentary. We'll do it all again next week. The footballers are in Ockram against Wicklow, and the hurlers are at home next Sunday to Antrim. And the game tomorrow in Portlaoise is crucial for both Laois and Carlow hurlers, and a big crowd is expected and huge support for Carlow. Going to Portlaoise tomorrow afternoon, a win would put them in a great position, with Dublin away on the 8th of March in Parnell Park. Dublin defeated tonight by Offaly in Division 1B. Tipperary have been defeated by London in Division 4, and Aston Villa have taken the lead over Chelsea in the Premiership this evening. We'll give you that update in a minute. Tom Ross has the latest from Villa Park. And Carlow have got a score through Cormac Lomax, a consolation score. Dunphy's made a bit of a difference since he came on, Willie, but it was always going to be too little too late. 116 to 11 points. It was never going to be enough. Limerick did all the damage in the second half. The 7 points on the board at half time. They now have 116 on the board, so they've scored 1-9 in the second half. to Carlow's 5 points. That says it all.
Yeah, one wonders why he didn't start, because he's after winning every single ball came into him. He's, really, really sharp, laid off a good ball. Here's Limerick looking for the goal though, Brendan.
Oh, that's high. Just a free in if it doesn't work out for them here. They have the advantage. Turning and striking. Fury, who's brought up a few great saves. And they're coming back for the free. Willie, your Detail menswear man of the match. Difficult decision tonight, but in fairness to Detail, they've stuck through us thick and thin. Padetta Market, Carlow, High Street, Kilkenny, with our Kilkenny games and our Carlow hurling and football matches as well. Not an easy one for the listeners at home tonight, because it has been a difficult night for Carlow, but obviously you have someone in mind.
Yeah, I have someone in mind, and I suppose the performance in the second half, I know he was taken off and we were scratching our heads wondering why, but John Murphy to me is the man of the match. He's done everything right. He got a great score on the board, attacked every chance he could get, really brought the game to Limerick. He didn't last the full 70 minutes, but man of the match is John Murphy.
John Murphy, our Detail menswear man of the match from Tinryland, so congratulations to John on that. If you have texted John to 083 306 9696, you're in with a chance of winning that €50 voucher from Detail Menswear, Padetta Market, Carlow, Limerick. Playing out this game here, we have 15 seconds of normal time to go, 3 minutes of additional time. It's Limerick who are going to advance with 2 points here. That will put them up the table in Alliance National Football League Division 4. They're now on 5 points in running, leaving Carlow tonight after that draw with Longford. They were defeated by Wexford, but as I've said, they defeated London 116-11 last week in Carlow tonight, so they move on to 5 points. Carlow remain on 3. Wicklow, well, Carlow play Wicklow next week, and it's a tough run in now, but when you lose and drop points, Willie, it ain't going to happen. And with 3 points on the board after 4 games, he'll be in Division 4 for next year as well. But it was never going to happen overnight for Shane Kern either, sure it wasn't?
No, it definitely wasn't. He's picking off a new team, lots of new lads in, lots of younger guys. The new rules, I suppose, didn't help either. I know they're the same for everybody, but it takes time to get used to them as well. So when you drop 3 points, let alone they've dropped 5 now, so you might as well say they're in Division 4 next year. It's going to be a difficult campaign for them. They'll have to fulfil the fixtures. Obviously Wicklow next week, they've Longford then, and the last one will be London. But it's Limerick goalkeeper looking to get his 6th point on the board, and then 3 2-pointers if he does.
It's super to have a lad that can kick a ball like that. That's as good.
It's just tailed to the left and wide.
He's a fine big goalkeeper, isn't he? Strong.
Yeah.
Now, in fairness to Carlow keeper tonight, Johnny Fury, he brought up a few brilliant saves at crucial times. And I know they've been well beaten here, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. Fury had 2 great saves.
Yeah, no question about it. It could be another 2 or 3 goals gone in there. He's done really, really well. Paddy McDonald defending very, very well that time. Turned over a great ball.
I think that was Niall Hickey, actually.
Was it Niall?
That was Niall Hickey, yeah. Here comes Ross Dunphy running onto this ball, wearing 17. On in the field a few minutes. Former UCC man, he's done really, really well. Sprints down the line, he's been held on to there on the far side. He's going to win the free in here. It's 117 Limerick, it up to 20 points, 11 points to Carlow. It's a 9-point defeat at the moment as we head to the final minute of extra time in this Alliance National Football League Division 4.
Great ball into him.
Goal chance. There's the shot. Oh, that went up. The corner back with a foot on that and went over the bar. Carlow on to 12 points now. Huge day for the hurlers tomorrow in a Moore Park in Portlaoise, and loads of support welcome there tomorrow. Tickets online, of course, for a Moore Park tomorrow. Laois and Carlow, Alliance Hurling League Division 1B. It's going to be a belter. I know the weather forecast is not fantastic across the island, but at the same time we can expect that. It is February, and Kilkenny and Limerick is live from UPMC Nolan Park. That should be a good game as well, as Carlow come forward to finish with a bit of a flourish. Willie, and Limerick could be tiring now. The Carlow bench has worked well, and another ball goes in and over the bar. That's Paddy McDonald sends in that one, so they're on to 13 points. And in fairness, they didn't hang the heads, they kept going, but it was never going to be good enough.
Yeah, in fairness to Kyle Nolan, he got turned over, got a leg in, won a great ball back onto McDonald. That's his 2nd point. He's just after putting him on over a couple of seconds ago, but brilliant score. Again, too little too late, but 13 points to 117, Brendan.
Shane Kern won't be feeling too good down there. He knows it's not going to happen overnight either, but a bit of pressure will come onto the man now as well.
Yeah, but you need to have patience with the man. You don't just put out a team and expect to get out of Division 4.
No.
It takes time. It takes a couple of years to bed in. It takes a couple of years for a team that's game is over.
Yeah. Best team won, 117 Limerick, 13 points.